In those quiet, uncertain hours, when the familiar world is thrown into shadow, the boundaries between past and present, seen and unseen, can blur just enough to let through whispers from another time. Imagine a tiny hospital tucked away in a close-knit town in the 1950s, sturdy bricks sheltering lives and stories behind their walls. On an otherwise unremarkable evening, a sudden storm rages in, rattling windows and sending rain dancing against the roof, while the sky outside crackles with distant lightning. Within those walls, nurses bustle, their steps measured and calm, bringing warmth, care, and order to those in need. But then, with a sudden flicker and a shudder, the electricity surrenders. The lights gasp out, and silence swallows the corridors, broken only by the distant rumble of thunder and the hurried voices of staff. Candles and flashlights are hastily gathered, and everyone rallies to restore order, to attend to the anxious patients and coax the generators back to life. In the maze of hallways, darkness presses in, feeling almost alive, as if the hospital itself inhales quietly, waiting for what comes next. One nurse, your grandmother, young but resolute, moves carefully through the gloom, her senses sharpened. Padding along in her sturdy shoes, she is guided more by memory than sight. Then, amidst the clamor, she hears it. Soft footfalls echoing down the corridor, gentle and measured, just ahead. At first, it seems obvious. A colleague, perhaps a doctor or fellow nurse, checking on the wards like her. Yet, when she calls out, there's only silence in reply. Undeterred, she presses on, lantern held aloft, footsteps quickening to match the lingering sound. But when she turns the last corner, she finds the hallway empty. No one stands there. Only cold air wraps around her, carrying with it a faint, unexpected scent. Lavender. A gentle fragrance at odds with the sterile tang of hospital disinfectant. Curious but undaunted, she returns to the others. As the night wears on and the storm relents, power returns, casting golden light over their faces, revealing smiles tinged with relief and exhaustion. And it's then, in the respite after chaos, that stories begin to unspool. Whispered, half-remembered tales passed down among the night shift. The nurses speak of the caretaker who once roamed these halls, faithful to his duties even after all others had gone home. Years before, he'd passed away quietly, his footsteps a memory embedded in the linoleum. Yet, the legends persisted. Some say, on blacked-out nights like this, you might feel the brush of a chill, hear footsteps in an empty hallway, or catch that familiar hint of lavender, the scent he always favored. They call it his last rounds. Perhaps he's still there, watching, ensuring the comfort and safety of the hospital's sleeping souls. Not a force to fear, but a presence to appreciate, as though the act of tending, once deeply rooted in his heart, could outlast even mortality. Stories like this remind us that the connections we forge and the care we offer can linger long beyond our time. In the darkness, when anxiety and uncertainty are at their peak, a gentle reassurance, a softly creaking board, a whiff of something floral, can make all the difference. It's a reminder that we're never truly alone, that sometimes comfort comes wrapped in the mysteries we don't fully understand. These tales, whether eerie or tender, unite us in shared wonder, keeping the memory of those who cared alive, one whispered story at a time.